Welcome in world of technology. Sony Xperia L2 review. The Sony Xperia L2 isn't a bad phone, but it comes up short against the competition in virtually every area, from its clunky plastic design to its sub-PAR display resolution and underwhelming performance. Design and display. Sony has always made phones that revel in a certain angular sturdiness, and the Xperia L2 doesn't buck that trend. Flat top and bottom edges and sharp right-angled corners suggest that you could really hurt someone if you swung this phone around in a crowded bar. The L2 is a seriously hefty bit of kit, just like last year's Sony Xperia L1. It's a belt-busting 9.8mm thick, and weighs a staggering, almost literally, 178 grams. The phone is pretty sizable when viewed head-on, too, with dimensions of 150 x 78mm. Budget phone users probably haven't grown accustomed to the wonderful world of bezel-free phones just yet, but the L2 is notably chunky wherever you're coming from. It has a thick chin and forehead, in particular. The latter is at least broken up by the ever-tasteful Sony logo and the aforementioned front-facing camera, but the bottom of the phone looks like so much wasted space. As is Sony's custom, there are no fixed home, back, and multitasking buttons on the L2. The side bezels are pretty thick too, giving the phone's screen a pronounced picture frame look. Talking of the Sony Xperia L2's 5.5-inch LCD display, it's just okay. It's plenty large enough, and the basic elements of brightness and color accuracy are alright for a phone of this price, though taking it outside dulls the display considerably. Battery life. The one big beneficiary of a pixel-thin display, of course, tends to be a phone's stamina. It's no surprise that the Sony Xperia L2 lasts a good spell between charges. 2017's Sony Xperia L1 was already a solid performer on the stamina front with similar hardware, though it only had a 2620 mAh battery. The Xperia L2 bumps that capacity up considerably to 3300 mAh, though performance is similar. Our standard battery test is to run a looping 90-minute 720p video with the screen set to full brightness, and the Xperia L2 consistently used up 17% of a full charge. Camera. The Sony Xperia L2 comes equipped with a 13-megapixel f/2.0 main camera, which is a more than respectable looking spec for a budget phone. Sure enough, it's possible to get some nice results, provided the shooting conditions are ideal. The Sony Xperia L2's camera offering is weighted more to the front unit, however. Sony has fitted the phone out with an 8-megapixel super wide-angle, 120-degree, front camera. Interface and reliability. The Sony Xperia L2 runs on an older version of Google's ubiquitous mobile OS, Android 7.1. Given that Android 8.0 Aria hit general availability back in August 2017, that's a bit of a disappointment, especially when you consider that the Sony Xperia L1 also shipped with Android 7. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe this channel. See you next time on the other R videos.